Greetings, adventurers, and welcome at Master of Dungeons here on the Master of Dungeons Twitch channel, twitch.tv/the Master of Dungeons. It is Sunday evening. It is time for another episode of Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk. Let's go over here to our Phandelver and Below Shattered Obelisk map screen. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Hope all of you enjoy your day off tomorrow for celebrating Martin Luther King Day tomorrow as well. There's some other shit going on in the world, but I don't know what it is. I don't give a shit about it. But tonight we're playing some D&D. We're having some fun. We are playing Phandelver and Below. The characters are in the briny maze. They're getting close. They're in the last chapter of the adventure. And when last we left off, they had discovered an odd ashen wight digging some sort of hole, talking about some sort of creature. Do you guys remember what creature was talking about? Like something or other?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah. The ugly thing with all the teeth.
Oh, no, that was his friend.
Oh, the creature. Yeah. The weird mage with the eyes on his face.
Yeah, he was digging, saying something about a dragon. But you went around and found his supplies, actually, and I think there was a bard-barian that took his golden stopper because the ale was really weak. Something like that. But anyway, we are back to the episodes tonight, another session for the players. We're going to have them introduce their characters, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into the game. So Phelix, remind them who you're playing.
I am playing Phelix, the Order of the Scribes Wizard, level 10, Lightfoot Halfling with the urchin background. Grew up in on the streets of the city of Neverwinter. Found a wizard's book one day, decided to start reading it, and here he is casting spells all crazy like, and fighting against the lithids underneath. No, we're not even underneath Phandelver anymore.
Oh yeah, you're in the
far
realm. Excellent. All right, thank you, Felix. Hannibal.
All right, Hannibal's getting too much to say, so we're going bullet points. Amazing forest of perfectly groomed chest hair. Monk wearing no armor. Way of the Ascendant Dragon, sometimes sprouting wings and flying short distances. Spitting some dope dragon magic when he has to. Swinging a beautiful battle axe named Hugh. Let's see what else. Flurry of blows. Focus points. We're level 10. We get 3 extra punches with every punch, so that's amazing. Far traveler background. And although I've traveled probably more than any of these folks, I don't think I've ever been this far from home, and it's a little odd. I'm glad I have my 3 good friends with me to keep me alive and keep me challenged.
Oh, one more step across Farmer Maggot's field, and you'll be as far away from home as you've ever been, right? Which is why we don't say dope on this channel. We say halfling leaf.
Okay.
I kid. We kidded last Tuesday because somebody said, "Oh, that's so dope." And I was like, "Oh, that's so halfling leaf on break," and all of that. Anyway, thank you very much, Hannibal. And then we have Ulmor.
Yes, I'm playing Ulmor Wakefield. He is a bard and a barbarian, higher level barbarian. He's an orc, and he's a really tall, big, huge, muscular, kind of a dumb guy. He's not very intelligent, not very wise. Also, his weapon of choice is a staff of spider. It throws a little poison, but that's his weapon of choice, and he uses a shield to avoid fireballs that are thrown randomly by other people, and likes to jump into battle and kick ass and wonder where to go next because he's not sure which way to go.
Excellent. All right, thank you very much, Ulmor. And they're traveling with Shaelren Moonrise. She is their accompanied NPC, Twilight Cleric, filling in for Pollock, the Tortle Twilight Cleric that Otter started playing with him, and unfortunately Otter had to leave the campaign. And we hope he's doing well. We talked to him a couple months back. Everything looks good over there. But Shaelren is again, as I mentioned, a Twilight Domain Cleric, Wood Elf. Thinks she can fight sometimes, then she realizes she can't, and goes back to doing what she does best, which is healing and all that. Zard and Burn Secure, welcome back in. Good to see you in chat. Of course, Fingers, she is. Welcome.
To be fair, Shaeler can fight. She just can't roll her fucking dice.
She just can't roll dice. That is very, very true. Very true. Very true. Oh, thank you for the resub. Very much appreciated. Bird Secure for 13 months. Nice. Nice. Very cool. All right, so let's everyone go ahead and start with your heroic inspiration. If you don't have it from last session, we are playing Adventurers League rules, which means that we are playing rules as written, except for a few minor changes. That will be, of course, if you're interested in finding those, you can go to our Discord server and go make sure that you follow the Adventurers League role, and you will be able to find the AL Adventurers League guides for the DM and the player in there. So we're just basically playing the new 5.5 rules. I'm calling it 5.5. That's it. From now on, it's 5.5. No 2014, no 2024. It's just 5.5. We're making it a thing. Does that sound cool with you guys?
Sounds good
like
to me.
it.
Rock and
Makes
roll.
sense.
Sounds fine to me.
All right, so we're going to bring them back over. Well, I should say bring us back over. They're already there at the Briny Maze and happen to be here where they discovered this person up here. For those of you watching, you're seeing my view, not the player's view. They were up here and met this individual who was digging. They saw this very strange creature clinging, I believe, clinging to the ceiling, wasn't he? Something like that.
Yeah.
I think you said
The
he was
flap guy. Yeah.
clinging to the ceiling. He was there digging.
Yes, that's true. That's right. And you really didn't hear much other than the creature or the person that was digging. As you noticed, he was some sort of ashen white that you had met before when you were in the place looking for the one guy. Zerulus Rest. Zerulus Rest.
Yeah.
You were looking for the goblin, yes. And then you found the Ashen Whites kind of mimicking what they did in life, which was mining outside. And this one seems to be just digging away, chattering.
It had extra eyes, right, on its face. Kind of, I think I wrote that.
Yes,
down.
had some weird
Ugh.
deformities and such like that.
I'm sorry, some skin condition. We shouldn't be judgmental.
Yes, eyes. Eyes on your cheek. That's nothing, nothing to scoff at.
But that is where you currently are. We left off with you finding the weak ale in this area. You also had found the rods where in the room where the Yankee were.
Oh.
And you haven't done anything with those yet. Though Ulmor, having peered into the light beyond the lightless star through the viewing mechanism in the labyrinth, that you went to find one of the wards to open up this area into the far realm, does understand what those rods do. But you haven't really messed with them yet. So, what would you like to do? You've explored this area. You know that the figure up there is digging away for some reason. Something about he was mumbling something about the dragon or something like that.
Yeah, he was digging for a dragon or something. So, well, we've got his ale. It's no good.
Correct.
Let's leave the ale and head back over towards maybe where the rods are and see if we can avoid him. If we can.
Sure. Oh, there's Phelix.
Maybe we should sneak.
If you wish to, yeah, go ahead and give me a group stealth check.
Let's do it.
Shit.
Oh, okay.
Ulmor, shh.
I know.
Shut up, man.
I'm being very quiet.
And of course, the wizard's the one being the quietest. So yeah, you're being fairly quiet, but it doesn't seem as if the creature and the digger seem to notice anything as you start making your way back down this hallway.
We're tiptoeing down a flesh tunnel. I think we could be quieter.
That is true. Very moist in this area, with a little bit of sheen over the pinkish, purplish flesh. That seems to be, as you've kind of figured out, it seems to be almost like some sort of brain or something like that. If you tuned in last Tuesday, they were in the a dead god's heart this Sunday there in the brain of a deity in the far realm. I think maybe, I don't know.
Okay, I've got a 13 on the sneak. Then I forgot that fingers.
Oh yeah, fingers
God.
gave you advantage. Yes.
Advantage, yeah. Yes. So I'm not as noisy.
Gave Design Lizard 19,000 experience earlier. Nice.
Yeah.
So you guys like what, 26th, 27th level, so it's like maybe 300 XP at level 10 or something.
We're going back to let Ulmor play with the rods, right?
If you want to, sure.
I think that's what he said.
That's what Ulmor was thinking. He just didn't want to have anything to do with the big, nasty teeth monster on the ceiling. It looked really gross.
Oh, if you're running away from a fight, that's okay with me.
You do
No, that's not
recall.
it.
You do
He just
recall.
doesn't want to have to do anything about teeth.
Gotcha. You do recall that this room to the south here is where that music kind of created like a living music that continued on.
Yeah, go play another tune in that hallway.
And the person that was digging the hole, the Ashen White that was digging the hole or whatever, the fanatic. Actually, I don't think they were an Ashen White. I think they were more of a cult fanatic or something. But they were the musician that was discussed with the Githyanki last session. Yes.
Ulmor pulls out his longhorn and thinks about it. Oh, there's the rods.
You do know that in order to activate the rods, you believe that the rods, as you came, you had explored some of the other area. You should be able to see this still with your exploration. Let me double check here. Let's see. Yes. So you should see where I'm pinging over here in this room. You discovered that door was locked, and Ulmor instinctively knew from looking through beyond the lightless star that these activation rods need to be activated. They have to be pulled at the same time, or they have to be pulled at the same time, pretty much. They have to be touched and activated simultaneously.
Okay, guys, before I pull these rods, I think it's probably going to open the door on the other side of the brain thing over in that one room. If we pull these, we'll probably should get over there quick before anything comes out. I'm not sure about this guy up above us here digging for dragons, though. So, are you ready?
Yeah. Touch him to your tongue, I think they said.
Yeah. And I'll grab both of the rods and pull them up.
Okay, as you do, you feel, you just get a sense of like a smell of ozone in the air a little bit around you. And as you grab both of the rods to start to push them up, you start to feel almost a burning sensation, and then like just a bolt of electricity goes through your body. Please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Nice. So you will only take half this damage, but that is part of you. When it hits you, you do realize that it kind of opens to your knowledge that this is what it should do. It's not a trap or anything like that. It's just part of the activation of these rods. So that is. So you only take 14 lightning damage. As you see Ulmor, like, enveloped in electricity and lightning crackling around his body, and he's able to push them up. And
I'm fine, Hannibal. I just got a little buzz. I'm good.
You definitely sense that the door did open.
And the door's open. Let's go. I kind of shake. He
Let's
shakes
say
it
unlocked.
Off.
Yes.
Shakes it off and starts moving.
That's back around the other side.
Ulmor's actually I'm gonna go ahead and since he zapped himself, he's gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
on himself. No rage there, sorry, but
No worries.
yeah. Cut the rage off.
Bringing everyone down.
We got that spider, right? That jumped out last time at me.
You did. However,
Yes.
stop, please.
Okay.
Ah!
Please select your tokens and roll initiative as the heads all rise up from the ground.
Oh no, not again. Oh, we killed those guys.
Did. Something happened.
Flaming. Not the flaming skulls.
Indeed.
Balls.
Right.
We're going to scatter them around here a little bit to represent where they fell prior. All right, I'm going to roll one of them into initiative. We'll sort that. Oh, wait, we got to get Shae in there, right? Nice. Hannibal, as you enter into the room, it's been about maybe a couple of hours. You investigated the sword. You took the sword to the Gith Yankee. You chatted with the Gith Yankee a bit before they left. You went into the room where the music was playing, fought off the wraiths. You went up and chatted with the person that was digging the hole about the dragons, the insane person you believe, checked out his things, and came back and activated the rods and come back into the room. As you do, you see the flame skulls rise back up, rejuvenated and alive. We got a puppy invasion for Ulmor as well.
It's okay. Super excited.
They're almost in enough room for a fireball, but I don't care about fireballs. I will hop in to here. Looking to the one at my south, or 6 o'clock. I will look at him and tell him, I know you've heard this joke before. I'm going to swing Hugh at his head.
I think a 16 will hit.
Weak damage. I will bring it back around second time. Another crank. Gonna refresh myself on how many focus points I might happen to have. Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna do a flurry of blows. We're going to punch our friend.
That will hit. All right.
We will punch our friend.
All right, that will hit. All right.
And if they're still up, we're gonna punch our friend one more time.
And crit.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
That will put that one down to the ground.
All right, and I've got like 5,000 speed movement left, so I'm just gonna back off to like here. Kind of.
All right. Are you sure?
Keep myself between. Yeah.
Okay.
Lining up with my friends in a nice target line.
Well, I will say that Hannibal will remember. You might not remember, but Hannibal remembers that they took like what 4 fireballs last time in a row. Next up is Ulmor.
Okay. Fireballs. I'm going to go ahead and these things are pretty nasty, so I'll go ahead and rage.
Okay.
Rage. Rah. Red flames shooting out of my ears, and I'll just run up and swing at this one
Okay.
with the spider staff. Boom.
22 will hit. But you do recall that they are immune to the poison damage, but they'll still take the 12.
Excellent. Swing away once again.
Yep, they'll hit too. For 8.
Okay, and since I'm raging, I will use my newfound ability to be able to get away. And I will hop away. Trying to remember what the ability is.
Well, your instinctive pounce ability is actually when you take a bonus action, when you take a bonus action to rage, when you rage, you can move up to half of your movement, I believe. Instinctive pounce, if you want to pop it up in chat.
Okay.
The DM says stop, you can only move 3 or 4 more times. Fair enough. Is it really the trick is if you don't stop talking, you hear the DM.
Don't stop talking. Just keep talking. It was
So
one of the other.
Still
Here it is.
Oh, okay.
Rage of the Wilds of the Eagle.
Ah.
Yes. I've not been utilizing this, and I've remembered last time. So I will. I wanted to go ahead and knock this guy, and then I'm going to disengage and come back here with my friends.
You didn't want to kill him? That's okay.
When rage is active, you can take the bonus action to take both of those actions. What I'm going to say is, just so you know, because of the way it's worded, when you initially, you wouldn't be able to take the disengage and then move into attack, I don't believe. We'll double check. We will double check.
Okay. I've never used it, so I didn't know how it worked. I just wanted to see.
That's the whole reason. We also like the idea of Ask the DM for people that might have questions as well. Disengage.
While you're
It doesn't say. It does not say anything about having to attack or not attack for disengage. So you can completely do it. You can rage and then take the disengage action. Then you can move up there and attack, and then you can move off because your movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity. That's the rule as it's stated and written.
Okay.
So we're good to go. All right, Phelix.
For the surprise of absolutely no one, I'm casting Fireball. Just going right here. I missed.
No worries. I got you.
Right there. I'm going to use, I think, Spirit Shroud to cast it as Radiant instead of Fire.
All right.
Since they are fire-based skulls. And can I cast it at 3rd level?
At 3rd, okay.
3rd level. And here we go. Submit.
Nice. All right, attempting the dex save for the one that Ulmor slammed on. Oops. Will fail, taking 32 radiant.
Yes.
The one beside it. Fails, taking 32 radiant. Oops.
Oh.
Succeeds, taking 16 radiant. And the last one fails, taking 32 radiant.
Excellent.
Any movement for Phelix?
Yep, I am ducking behind this wall.
All right.
And I'm going to use the move the mind there so I can see what's going on.
All right. Shaelren is up. She's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 to here. And she's going to attack the one there. With her Lightbringer, as she shouts out, it appears they're undead. And she will hit, doing 6 extra radiance to undead creatures with the Lightbringer.
Very nice.
And doing, so 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, killing that one. And the bad guys are up.
At least there's only 2 fireballs incoming.
Very true. They're both going to be centered right there on Ulmor.
Shield, don't fail me now.
Let me see if they changed fireball around. This might save Phelix. We'll see. Fireball. Advantage to Ulmor from Gluddington.
Oh,
Blink says,
thank you.
take advantage.
Already got advantage on this save.
He does already have advantage on this save. Yes, Gluddington, if you would like to switch that to someone other than Ulmor, you can do so, as he is a barbarian, so he automatically has saves on his dexterity.
Yes, I do.
And because of the new wording, Phelix, you are saved.
Woohoo!
It no longer says
was
it goes
worried there for a
around
second.
corners. They changed the wording of fireball.
Whew. Okay.
Look at that, see? All right, so it's just Ulmor and Hannibal for these 2 fireballs.
Dex save, yes.
Fireball number 1. Oops. And fireball number 2. Ooh,
Ooh.
look at that. So that would be a fail for Ulmor. And then Hannibal, you get advantage. Gluddington's switching over to you for the advantage.
Okay.
Nice. So you take 13 and Ulmor takes,
I take, yeah, I take
you
none.
take none. That's right. You take none.
I don't feel like taking any damage.
Yeah,
No, not
fair
fair.
enough. I don't think you're resistant to fire, though, are you, Ulmor?
No.
So 26 fire damage from the first blast. And then the
Yeah.
second blast, please give me another dexterity saving throw. Again, the barbarian has advantage.
All right. Dex. Oh,
Nice.
man.
But neither one of you take damage
Oh, okay.
because our barbarian is also a shield master. With his shield, is able to throw up his shield to prevent the damage. I believe that wording is still the same. We put the new wording in there, didn't we? Yes, we already did.
We did. Yep.
All right, and then the creatures are going to move. This one's going to move over here by Hannibal, and this one's going to move down to Shae. These are recycled monsters. They've already actually fought them, but they're flame skulls. Hannibal, you're back at the top of the round. You're up.
I will hew.
That will take that one down to 0.
Hey, Shae. I will hew.
You'll crit. It's still up.
I don't have my D20 on my desktop. Let me make a decision. Shit
Uh-oh.
balls. All right.
That's why I always have a D20 here. I got D20 in the skull's eyes back here. What do you want me to roll?
Nope, I got it. Oh, I don't. All right, odd I don't. I'm just gonna do a single
Okay.
unarmed strike,
Yep. That will hit.
leaving it with 1 hit point.
Nope. That will be enough to finish the creature off, taking you out of
Save.
immediate combat.
Saved me some focus.
Yay. And the crowd goes wild.
Shaelrin reaches down and starts examining the remains of these creatures. Felix, you can see through your manifest mind that it is clear to come back around the corner. An odd shakeup in the magic of the weave somehow makes it to where fireballs don't go around corners anymore, and you feel very oddly pleased at the fact that right now that doesn't come around corners, but it might piss you off next time you try to cast fireball and it doesn't go around corners then either. That's good to know. I had no idea that with the new rules, fireball doesn't go around corners anymore.
Silly.
Did you want to examine one of the corpses as well? Felix and Ulmor, of course, you have Arcana as well.
I will.
Yeah, I'll do
Sheldon's
that.
going to make a religion check.
Yeah, figure out why they keep coming back.
That was a 26 in Arcana.
Nice. 17 for Arcana for Ulmor and 22 religion. Looking at the creatures, and chatting with your companions about the nature of the undead and things of that nature, you believe these creatures have something called rejuvenation? And Sharon starts looking through her pack. And she does not have any holy water on her person anymore. She used it earlier, and we haven't replaced it yet.
Oh no!
And I
Anybody got any holy water?
don't have Dispel Magic
Oh, why don't hold on?
or Remove Curse.
No. Ulmor only has a bag of flour.
Sharon does have Dispel Magic removed. She does not have. She does have her Dispel Magic prepared. She does not have Remove Curse prepared. She could. She asks you all if you want. She can go through and lay them all to final rest, but she doesn't. She will have to be without some other spells if she does so.
We wiped them out pretty quick.
Well, do you think we need to come back this way? Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know.
But we've been through, and they've regenerated here. I don't know how many times they've rejuvenated before. They might come seeking us after.
Okay. Well,
I have an idea.
okay.
I don't know if it'll work, but there was the
Go ahead.
there was the chest that the Githyanki had.
Mm-hmm.
Did they leave a lock with it, or I mean, we could just kind of carry them up there and put them in the chest and lock them in. I don't know how well that'll. I mean,
Ulmor thinks it's a good idea.
how long it'll stop them, but I mean, if we're not coming back through here, it's not really going to matter.
Put them in the bag of holding.
Put him in the haversack. Yeah. No, just
The
kidding.
other option is it will take a bit of time, perhaps an hour or so. Sharon could ritually cast ceremony. For which she could create at least one vial of holy water.
Well, it says, I mean, well, you just have to sprinkle it. It doesn't have to do a whole
True.
vial
It
for
would-
each one, right?
It would. She would be able. I'd probably be able to do like 3 of them with that holy water, with one vial. That would take an hour. Though, if you have any, I mean, that's a great idea to lock them in that chest. Can you think of anything or any other place that you could place them or put them that would put them out of commission? Do you recall anywhere else that you've been
Up by Shafe.
in this area?
The Flumps hole.
Everyone, there you go. You could easily put them into the chest and then push it through the hole that the flumps put in the chamber they're in, which would just displace them out into the far realm.
Oh, there we go. Flumps hole.
Interplanar terrorism. I love it.
So you could easily go back over and gather the chest that the Githyanki left. They had given you the contents of it anyway. And you can place all of them in the in that chest and take them back to the flumps room.
Sounds good.
I would give you back your heroic inspiration, but I don't think anyone's used it yet.
Nice. Yeah, it's kind of like throwing the bomb off the bridge, before it blows up. It doesn't matter. Just throw it off the bridge. What's below, we don't really care about that.
Yeah.
What's out in the far realm? Yeah. Never know.
More mind flayers.
So if you guys want to continue on back around, feel free to do
Yeah.
so.
On around.
I'll let Shadowrun go by that spider web
Yeah,
first.
there's no more
Just kidding.
no more phase spiders back up there. Well, you had left the one, remember? It had phased out.
Yeah.
And,
It ran away and we let
Yeah.
it.
It was hiding.
All right, now I don't remember where we're going from here. So I'm
right,
just
this
stand
door
and
right
watch.
here. This door right here.
Oh,
Bloop.
Oh, back around. That's the door to the flumps room. And over here was...
oh yeah, and that flesh flap up there. Yep.
Yep. The flumps
Yeah,
are not
right.
here. I want to go ahead and move them over to the GM layer because they went off to kind of cause
Terrorize
havoc
them.
for you. Yeah.
If we see any of them, I'll tell them where Shafe is. Shelfie.
Going out to show a little bit of the ultra violence. Yes, the room, that flesh room there, or that little, as you said, the little pocket, that hole there, they had created it. That's how they had entered into the area. And that wall rip, they created the wall to enter the maze. And as you get there, you can see it's barely large enough for a flump to squeeze through. You can easily push the chest out in there.
Cool.
Leads out into the actually emptiness and vastness of whatever you want to call it. I don't know how something empty can be vast, but hey, that's what space is, the far realm. And you're able to dispose of the flame skulls.
We got a question.
Yeah.
Well, a statement question. If you sit on the bag of holding, does that affect the contents?
No.
Okay.
I would say no, because it does
I would
create
say,
an extra dimensional space. Now, if you fart on a bag of holding,
Yeah, if you fart in one dimension, can you smell it in the other?
it might leak through into that dimension, yes. It's kind of like that crazy Tyrannosaurus Rex prank where the people get into this big, air-filled Tyrannosaurus Rex outfits, try to scare people, and it's got the fan that keeps the wind pulling in the air to keep it inflated, and you just spray some fart spray in there.
Oh, yes. That's...
Please try that. Don't try that at home.
That's horrible. Yes.
I'm writing it down right now.
They're trapped. They can't get out very quickly.
Hold 1 second for me. All right. So, Ulmor, if you want to join your companions, they're heading back over to the mind gate that you see is open now.
All right. Okay.
Did something just move by the door, or was that one of us? Oh, shit.
Yeah. So stop. Everyone stop moving. Stop moving. You can hear me. You're not talking. So stop moving.
Move 3 more times.
This irregularly shaped chamber is very large. 2 sets of huge double doors lead the same direction, but the like handles or hinges. You open that area, you see a scaly sphere with an enormous central eye, waving eye stalks, and a toothy maw floats vigilantly through the area.
And this looks different than our friend that we saw with the book earlier.
Correct. Please select your tokens and roll initiative. This one
Yeah.
definitely seems to be
I
hostile.
wanna. Oh, look, there's a nat 20.
You see, Felix, you see your companions starting to pull their weapons and preparing for combat. That's all you can really see with the manifest mind at the moment.
I was going to alphabetize my shit last time. Remember, I couldn't find that thing, and as soon as I started putting in alphabetical order, I found that I already had 2 of them, and I had added a 3rd. I'm not good at managing character sheets.
Monster is blinded.
Good. The thing with 11 eyes is blind.
He was blind until the end of his turn. Phelix, you're the first to react. You see your companions pulling out their weapons. And you hear Hannibal say something. You hear Shae curse and the familiar elvish curses. Ulmor, you understand? She's saying a lot of F's.
In Elvish, I dig it. Yeah, I'm repeating it back to her. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I can say them when I get a turn.
All right, I'm gonna send the manifest mind in because I mean, if they're all drawing weapons, that's not good. 5, 10, 15, 20. Well,
There's a beholder. Yes, it is a beholder.
Yeah. Level 74 fireball.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Unfortunately, I've got a limit of 5. I'm going to cast Hold Monster.
Ooh, nice. All right, attempting its wisdom save, right? DC 17.
Yep. Oh, let me double check, make sure that's the right
Sure.
Hold Monster.
Oh, yes, it might be. Yeah, that's right, because they switched on some of your spells.
Felix trying to be holding the beholder.
All right.
Hannibal will have advantage.
All right, Hannibal. Keep them coming.
Creature that I see, target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. Paralyzed condition for the duration at the end of
Looks the
each
same.
of its turns. Looks the same.
Yep.
Or I changed it and don't remember. Either way.
All right, attempting its saving throw. I don't believe they don't have it. I'm going to make a call here. I want to say until the end of its turn, its central eye is not, because it's blinded, is not going to be emitting its cone. It will fail its save and it's held. You have until its turn to kill it, as it is now paralyzed for up to 1 minute. At the end of its turn, it can make the saves as well. Anything else for Phelix?
I'm going to move closer. To here. And that's my action, my bonus action, and my movement. So
All right.
I'm set.
Ulmor.
Okay. Coming in, seeing the creature, realizing that it's held fast. Bonus action rage.
I'm going to say that it has not been a full 10 minutes since your last rage.
Okay.
Because you just literally defeated those. Your companions checked it out. You discussed for just a couple moments. So I'm going to give you at least rage for the rest of this because of the fact that your rage lasts for 10 minutes now.
Yes.
And you can spend a bonus action every turn to keep your rage going.
Oh, yes, thank you. Okay. bonus action, rage, sustained, I should say, and I'm going to come in and swing away with the spider staff, trying to hit it as hard as I can.
23 will hit. And because the creature is paralyzed, I believe that is an automatic crit. I forgot to bring all of those over too. I just went through and picked all those things up. Yes, if any attack roll hits you as a critical hit, the attacker's within 5 feet of you. Yes. So go ahead and give me an extra poison, an extra d6 from the staff, and then an extra d6 for poison. So give me 2d6. Ooh, 24 points.
Okay.
That's your first attack.
First attack, going to swing again.
That will hit. No, that will miss. I'm sorry. That will miss.
That misses. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I didn't use my bonus. I didn't have to use my bonus action. So I'm going to use bonus action to instill bardic inspiration, magical advantage, or magical inspiration to Phelix.
Okay.
I'll
That
put that
brings
up.
us to Hannibal.
Sweet. I'm going to move into flanking with Ulmor, even though it means nothing. I'm going to Hugh.
No hit.
How am I doing the crits?
Give me an extra dice, an extra d10.
Excellent. Going to Hugh.
18 hits.
Yeah. Plus a d10.
17.
We're going to burn a flurry. Punch it.
Oh, hit. Give me an extra martial arts die. It's d8, right?
D8, yeah.
Oof.
Nice. Punch it.
26 will hit.
Boo. One last. Yeah, no
Yep.
need for stunning strike. One more punch.
You can
Boo.
attempt a stunning strike if you wish, but it doesn't matter since you missed.
Yeah, it's already blinded and paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
So I will just step over to here.
Shaelrun is up. She will step back over to there. She is going to go ahead and use Guiding Bolt. She has disadvantage because she is within melee, but she has advantage because she is paralyzed, so it's going to offset. And she is going to miss by 1.
Too bad.
And we're going to give her your heroic inspiration for her to re-roll the d20.
Yeah,
I
why
do.
not?
All right. So we're just going to take the left roll. 26. All right, that will hit then.
I'll give mine. You guys
Okay.
keep yours.
Okay.
So 16, 29. Her turn is over. The creature is up. It is no longer blinded at the end of its turn, and it does get another attempt at a saving throw. There's saves. Wisdom save. DC 17. It is no longer held.
What row, Raggy?
What happened?
and by default, it's Ulmor, you are in its anti-magic cone. All of your magic ceases to function, right?
Even my staff included.
Yes, well, it's still a staff, but it
Okay.
currently loses, it has an anti-magic cone, and it basically creates an anti-magic field.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Not challenging you, just confused. It makes it save at the end of its turn, right?
Yes.
And then the cone just turns back on, like, free action? Okay.
Yeah, because
I've never managed to behold it before.
It was
Okay.
off. It was off because it was blind.
Right.
That's why I had it off. At the beginning of its turn, it chooses where it goes, and it was going this direction anyway because that's where it was facing down
Gotcha.
there. So it's just facing down in this direction by default.
Never
top of
fought
the
one before. I
round.
don't know how they work.
No worries. Felix.
Before we go on, Spectral Mind, or my Manifest Mind, says it stops manifesting if it is ever more than 300 feet away, if someone casts Dispel Magic on it, or if the
Good
spell
question.
book is destroyed, or if I die.
Yeah, it would blip out. You'd have to bring it back up.
Okay.
Well, actually, hold on. Hold tight. Don't worry. Hold tight. Let's check. Up to corner. Yes.
Yep.
Because it actually goes all the way. Continues on even farther. Yeah, it goes all the way to the wall.
All right. Fun. All right, so I will get rid of that. Now I have no sight.
You still have a general idea where it was. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah. 5, 10, 15. All right, I see Ulmor, I see Hannibal. 20.
Ah!
All right. Does the anti-magic hit me here? That's
Does not, I don't believe.
okay.
Because your mind was barely in it. No, it does not hit you there.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna do a chromatic orb. I'm gonna upcast it to level 4. I know I can't jump it. I know there's nothing else to jump it to, but extra damage is always worth it, right?
Yeah.
So there's my attack roll.
24
That's
will
a 24. Hit. I said level 4. Let's do fire damage.
Okay.
Submit. Oh, that's terrible.
Ooh.
That's 14 total damage.
Oof.
It would have jumped.
You got your magical inspiration too.
Oh, magical inspiration. What's that? A D6?
Yes.
All right, let's add another D6 onto that. 2 more.
Anything else for Felix?
I think I've moved as far as I can. So that is the end of my turn.
All right, Ulmor. You also feel weaker.
Okay.
As regardless of ogre power.
Yeah. Would he know what's going on? Does he see a beam or see something or know that?
No. Felix
needs to avoid something?
Felix kind of knew he wasn't in it because he moved forward. He could still feel his magic's working.
Okay.
He had a kind of idea of where it was anyway because his manifest mind did pop out.
Okay. So Ulmor wouldn't know that he's in some anti-magic field. He can't
No,
see like
probably. Well, I mean,
see a beam. Okay, so
yeah.
he won't move.
Okay.
We gotta say he would try to step around it and try to attack from another side, but he don't know that, so he's just gonna swing away.
He will crit though still. Now, keep in mind, it is just a normal staff right now.
Right.
So you would just do what? And what's your natural strength? Since the gauntlets of ogre power aren't working,
Pretty high still.
I think it's 16 still, right?
16. Yeah, 16.
Yeah, so it's a d6 plus 3.
Okay. All right. So I'll just roll d6 and then.
Okay, so 5. So hold on. Before you roll the next one, we do have an ad break coming up here. So we're going to take that away there. So everyone stand up, stretch your legs, use the restroom, grab some snacks, replenish your beverages, and we'll come back and see what Ulmor's next attack roll is on the other side of the ad break. So stick around. We'll be back in just a few.
focus.
All right, we're back on the side of the ad break. I didn't hit my ad break timer, so come back around. Feel free, Hannibal, to it'll focus in on you. It'll focus in eventually. Right now, it just kind of looked like a hairy blur, kind of like Hannibal's chest.
Yeah.
We're back in the combat. It is time for Ulmer's second attack. Ulmer, go ahead and swing your normal staff at the moment.
Swing.
17 will miss.
Okay. Ulmer looks down at his staff and.
I will say that you do feel weaker.
Okay. Yeah, Ulmer doesn't like this. He's starting to feel like being. He's thinking he doesn't want to be this close to this thing. So he's going to use his eagle claw. Well, not his claw, but his eagle thing, and hop away from this. Disengage, step away. Over here, we're next to Hannibal.
Okay.
Probably got a 15-foot reach.
It does not, but
Good.
it will bite you with. Oh wait, no, you have disengage. He's got disengage.
Disengage, yes.
While he's raging, you can take the bonus action to disengage and dash.
Yes.
All right, Hannibal, you're up.
Sounds good. Step up. I'm gonna hew.
Miss.
Fuck. Gonna hew.
Miss.
Burn a focus point for flurry of blows.
I applied your advantage on the first attack, by the way, that you had saved up.
Okay.
16 will miss. Which one of those 20s would you like, the right one or the left one?
The left one looks better.
That will miss. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Roll your crit.
Nice. Make it a stunning strike.
Oof. Well, that's a con save.
Yes, please.
Nice.
Ooh. It will fail. It is stunned till the beginning of your next turn.
And I have one more punch.
Your advantage on the attack, 21 will hit. Nice. All right.
Finish
Anything
it off,
else?
Shalren. Got advantage. You go, girl.
All
Shae.
right. She is up. She is going to use an activation of her Amulet of the Devout to go ahead and use an action to pop up her. No, she's not. You're right. She's just going to swing her. She's going to use an action to cast Spiritual Weapon. Or a bonus action, I should say, to cast Spiritual Weapon. And, well, she's going to crit. Let's pull that out here for her. She can hit with the Spiritual Weapon. She just has a hard time with the... mace. It is concentration now, so she cannot concentrate on any other spells. Or I mean, she can't. I should say she can't cast another concentration spell without losing spiritual weapon now, since it is a concentration spell now. She'd cast at a second level. Let's take off another spell. Second level spell.
Gotta be dead.
Let's see, that's 12, 13, 17. Then she's going to swing her mace. AC at 23 will hit. Will not apply the radiant damage nor the radiant versus undead, so it's an extra 4. The creature is up. It is stunned. Felix, you're up.
Yeah, do a nice little firebolt at it. How's
Okay.
that sound?
Sounds great. Which
27 to
27
hit.
would you like?
I'm going to go with the one on the right.
Perfect. See?
And for the damage, 11 fire.
Nice. We're actually going to do something else here in a little bit. Okay, 11 fire. Nice.
Get up here, Ulmor. You got this. Come on.
Ulmor is up.
That'll be it for my turn.
Ulmor, you're up.
All right. He'll step forward beside Hannibal and swing his staff.
All right. You do feel strength and energized yet again.
This thing has bad breath. No wonder. Oof.
I will hit. Ooh, 14 points.
Nice.
Felling your
I knew you could
first
do it, buddy.
beholder.
Oh,
Nice.
I can't abide monster halitosis.
Had beautiful eyes. There was beauty in those eyes.
It
Beauty,
was supposed to gush with gratitude, but it didn't have a chance as it was blinded and was held and paralyzed and then stunned. So it never had a chance to boast and do all the shit talking it was supposed to do.
Oh,
But before we continue on, hold tight right there. I'm going to let you look at the room, but I'm going to go ahead and do a couple things real quick so we don't have to continually go through to pull those rules up. I had a chance to do this. I'm going to open up my Transmogrifier. Transmogrifier is a really cool thing. If you have a pro account with Roll20, you can bring in things from other rooms that you've created. So I was working on our Tomb of Annihilation. I did a Tomb of Annihilation game over the weekend for some clients, and I did update all of the conditions in your conditions handout. If you guys look in your journal, you'll see your conditions handout.
okay.
Those are all the old, just normal 5th edition rules. I did update the handouts to have the 5.5 rules. So we're going to just come over here real quick. It's going to ask if we want to overwrite blinded. Yes, we're going to overwrite blinded. Do we want to overwrite charmed? Yes, we want to overwrite charmed. Deafened. That would be a little bit easier since the new rules come out and it just pops up the rules glossary and stuff for you. This will make it easier for you all to be able to look through. I'm going to put exhaustion. Give me 1 second here. Did that have a supplemental material there? Did not.
I like the new exhaustion a lot better. It's easy to remember.
You have to change that in the thing there. Frightened. Grappled. Incapacitated. What's the fuck? Handout's another one. Visible, yes. Paralyzed. Petrified. Oops. Rolled past. Poisoned. Prone. Strained. Stunned. Surprised. Even though it's technically not a condition anymore, and unconscious. Now, all of those should still be, I just have to change one thing here. right, so if you click on blinded, now it should have the.
Yep.
Should see the two different rule sets there for your conditions, right? Everyone see those?
Yes,
Mhm.
24 and
Yep.
20 and 14.
Perfect. Yep.
Yep.
Because some of the rule sets we're using mixture, like when we're playing the homebrew, we're using a mixture of the old rules and the new rules. So that's I updated all those so that we'd have those in there for you to have access. All right, so out of combat now. Looking about the room again, you see the remains of the beholder there on the ground. You actually see one up in person, up close now, not just the spectator that you saw reading the book that you had gotten your blessing from, but you actually see Phelix. This might be something really cool for you as a wizard. You see an actual, I was going to say, live in the flesh, well, dead in the flesh beholder right there in front of you.
Oh.
Ulmor steps up with his knife and he kind of pokes at it. The skin's a little tough. I'm not sure. I wonder how the meat is.
Delicious.
Again, dude, this just smells rank.
Yeah, well, in that case,
Ulmor.
nope, not going to go there.
It's like
Bad
the
smell,
puffer
bad
fish.
breath.
It's like puffer fish in the sushi. You just
No.
You do note beyond this chamber, Hannibal, as you pass through these ruins of what appear to be like mounds of flesh on the ground, you see another one of the mine gates that you had just opened to the southwest of you with those two activation rods. So there must be some sort of activation rod somewhere in this portion of the area where you're at that would power this area. Moving into this area also, you do note that the spatial awareness around you, you get a sense that you want to be as helpful to each other as possible. While you're in this area, you may take the bonus action, you may take the help action as a bonus action.
Take the bonus action of
Help. That's what I'm saying. You could
okay.
take the help action as a bonus action while you're in this area.
Oh, Ulmor was about ready to reach back and hold Hannibal's hand and help him over the piles of goo.
You could totally do so. You do feel inclined to help him do that. And Sharon kind of clears her throat at you.
Okay, yeah, sure. Ulmor almost reaches down to pick up Phelix to put him on his shoulder like a small child, like a child to help him along. You know. I won't do that, Phelix. Sorry.
Wouldn't be the first time we've done that.
That's true. It's true. Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, I could.
But if you want, you can examine the mind gate, or you can continue on. It's totally up to you.
Oh yeah, totally. See if it's any different. Does it have any markings? Or
it doesn't. It's made of that material as the rest of the maze itself. But you can definitely tell that they slide. Very similar to this one down here. Mm-hmm. This one that you looked at before, it opened, and you really didn't have time to examine that one either, since it's been opened. You can examine, kind of compare the two.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and take that death ward off of you, Phelix, as it has not been recast on you since the last benefits of the long rest.
Do they look almost the same?
Actually, as you're looking at the other mine gate, you can actually push it shut.
Okay.
If you wanted to. However, all right, never mind.
Oh, sorry. You pushed it. Push it shut.
I said you can push it shut if you want to.
Let's say I keep it open. Let's say I keep it open, and I'm thinking about shutting it. Should I shut it? And I reach back. I look back at Hannibal. Should I shut this door behind us?
We always close doors behind us.
Okay.
It shuts.
It is shut.
Yep.
Okay. And it looks like the one up north or up top.
Oops. You see it's closed.
See that it's closed. Okay. Oh. Out of curiosity, Ulmor must have slid it open again.
Does it open?
It does not open.
It does not open.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oops, guys, I think I locked it. It's stuck. Ulmor grabs it and tries to pull it really hard, pulling some of the flesh off, maybe.
As you start, pulling on it and stuff like that, after a few moments, you see again the fleshiness of the same thing, the walls and the floor and the ceiling and everything made of, kind of starts to heal up.
Oh, all right. Nope. I better leave that alone.
Well,
Sorry, guys. We might need to find the other way. Hopefully this door opens.
it would seem, Sharon says, that we must find another set of activation rods.
That's right. That's what I was going to say. Let's find the activation rods.
And she comes over to Ulmor and she puts her, she gestures to your shoulders. And she holds out her hands.
Okay. And I'll grab Shelrin and attempt to pick her up and
No.
put her on my shoulder.
She stops you. She stops you.
Oh.
And she says,
okay.
She says,
Put it back
no,
down.
my friend, no, my friend. She places her hands lightly on your shoulders. I need for you to focus. I need for you to concentrate.
Okay.
Close your eyes.
Hannibal, get out the brandy.
Close your eyes
Okay.
and breathe. Breathe in through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth. You guys hear her kind of choke a little bit as she smells the weak ale still on its breath. And she says, but think, my friend. You peered into the darkness. You peered past the veil. Can you tell us anything that might be ahead of us? Give me an intelligence check, Ulmor, with advantage.
Okay. And he thinks really hard, and you can see him. He bites the back of his thumb.
Okay. Like Mike Tyson biting his glove?
Yeah, he's just, yeah, he's biting it. Intelligence check. Straight check.
Yep.
Intelligence. Okay.
With advantage. You did have advantage, so is 17.
Yeah.
So you do have an idea that the next area does seem to be, you just have a sense of danger. Like cautionary danger, heading in the direction that you're heading now.
Okay. As the stops concentrating and stops biting his fist, he kind of looks around at everybody, and then he puts his hands on Shelrin's shoulders and says, "It's going to be dangerous. Let's go." And moves this way.
Did I hear you say the coast is clear?
No, it's going to be dangerous.
She says, but one moment, please.
Oh, okay.
I do feel that we might need a rest.
Oh, yeah.
As she's down 1/3 of her hit points.
I'm feeling a little weak here. Yeah, especially, yeah. I haven't felt right in a while since, like, yesterday. Or, wait a second. Maybe it wasn't yesterday, but a little while. Feel a little
we
peaky.
have not slept in some time. Believe that whatever purpose has sent us, whatever machinations has put us on this path, whether it be our friends or something like that, whether it be the pushing for the villagers, basically representing the effects of the long rest that you've received from the viewers and stuff like that. She does say, I do believe we might want to rest, consider what might lie ahead. She's basically asking you for a short rest.
Sounds good. Let's take a rest.
Maybe tuck in this corner, and Felix and I can just keep a watch out.
Hey.
Yeah, if you want to do that. Fingers is going to redeem a short rest.
Redeem a short rest.
As she says that, you do feel indeed, as she mentions, the friends and acquaintances you made and friends you've made throughout Phandelver and stuff like that, and you just feel the urge to continue on. It feels very, very pressing that you must continue, and just a well of inspiration comes back through you. So everyone go ahead and take back your heroic inspiration and go ahead and take the effects, take the benefits of a short rest. And thank you very much, Fingers.
Yes.
So if you wish to spin any hit die, you can feel free to do so. She is going to cast a second level Cure Wounds on herself. And then she's going to use her Harness Divine Power. Is that changed? Is that even that is in the new rules, right? Nope, still in just in Tosh's. Okay, so it's just where Tosh's is.
Okay. This is a good time to talk about the energy point, hit point drain. I have 115 point maximum usually, but now I'm down to 93.
That was from, you do have to have the benefits of a long rest for that.
Is it the long rest? Okay,
yes,
just checking.
Yes.
All right, long rest. Okay. Back up to 93 then.
That was from the Wraiths, or the Wraiths, right?
Right. Yes.
And proficiency bonuses are 4, so she can get a second level. She's going to go ahead and use that free second level spell she's going to get back after the rest to heal herself first. 19 back, nice. And then spend a hit die. And then Ulmor, are you spending a hit die? And I'm assuming Hannibal has already done so.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I'm going to use a first level spell slot to resummon my Manifest Mind,
Okay.
and then use
Aw.
my
Arcane Recovery.
I'm going to use my Arcane Recovery to get back my 5th level spell slot.
Okay. She's like, I feel much better. Perhaps we should
Weird how that
sneak.
happens.
After Ulmor, you mentioned the worry of it's like it's not really a feeling of danger necessarily, it's just a feeling of tension.
Okay. Sneak it is. Let's be quiet.
Nice. Stealth check from Hannibal. Nice. Okay. That's a group check. You're not doing too bad at all.
Quiet. Mostly quiet.
No. And you can continue on around the corner. coming up into this chamber, you see a tattered canvas hangs from the ceiling to conceal a central area about 20 feet across, it looks like, right over here. High-pitched whine, as if from a plucked wire or a plucked, musical string or something, seems to echo from behind the canvas. Everything is beautiful to the beholder, especially after 2 a.m. That's why my grandmother always told me nothing good happens after midnight.
So a canvas.
Yes, this tattered canvas hangs from the ceiling all around you. And you can hear this, just a high-pitched whine, almost like from a plucked wire or a plucked, musical string or something like that. This dissonant whine seems to be coming from behind the canvas.
Okay. Ulmor kind of goes around and tries to peek behind it.
Sure. Those doors just kind of represent the walls of the canvas.
Oh,
Okay. But nothing back here.
it's an ugly half-orc back here. Oh, wait, that's Ulmor.
You definitely feel I don't know if anyone has tinnitus. I have tinnitus in my right ear that's deaf. So it's just a constant whine and ringing. Something like that. Like you would hear, if you watch a movie and there's an explosion and the sound effect of that ringing. That's what you kind of hear. That's definitely very disorienting. Yes, it does suck fingers.
All right, I guess is one of us going to try to touch the canvas?
Go ahead. Ulmor, you mentioned you wanted to peek behind the canvas. Go ahead and those doors there represent kind of the canvas walls.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Ah!
So peeking inside, you look what's behind there. There seems to be a vast and complex web of taut wires. They seem to vibrate and whine under some sort of unworldly strain or something.
Are they tied to the thing in the middle? Is it straight through? Is it in a circle or is it in a grid?
Give me a history check.
Okay.
Something about it seems very. I mean, being a bard, because you are, you have a couple levels of bard, 3 levels of bard, right?
Yes, 3 levels.
You do have an idea that it's almost makes sense. It's almost like it's some sort of musical composition. It definitely appears to be some sort of perhaps maybe attempt at a work of art.
I think this instrument needs to be tuned, guys. It sounds horrible. I break out my lute and kind of holding my lute. I'm thinking, ding. I can't emulate the high pitch. I try to try to get the note, ding. Trying to ping the note with my string of my lute. No, I don't know. This thing sounds off. I don't know what it is.
And Shae kind of glances over to Ulmor, then looks over to Hannibal and Phelix. Do any of you have insight into this?
I just have a harmonica and 0 musical talent.
Do either of you want to step up to and look at it or check it out? Or
I'll take a look. I don't know if I can give any better insight than
I mean, do you want to investigate it or anything like
our
that?
musician. I can do investigation.
Okay.
That was a terrible roll.
You do note that Ulmer's almost correct. There's been long held, even in arcane circles and such like that, that music and mathematics are closely linked in some sort of way. And it definitely seems as if the wires were inspired, and the complex web that's in front of you seems to be inspired by mathematical equations of some sort.
He has no idea what this is, but he just keeps playing his lute. Bing, bing.
It doesn't seem to change its intonation at all, Ulmor. Hannibal, go ahead. I'm sorry, you were going to say something?
I was say I have 0. I have nothing in investigation.
Oh, you can use perception if you wish. As you're looking at it, the way that it's constructed, it definitely seems that it was perhaps maybe an attempt at of a work of art. But it also seems that the discordant sound that's coming from it could perhaps be disabled. But it definitely seems as if there'd be damage if Ulmor was talking about trying to tune it. If Ulmor were to touch them, it might set off some sort of psychic event.
Don't touch the wires. No touch.
But you do believe that Phelix has the ability with his thieves' tools to probably be able to disable it.
Children, get him away from the wires.
She'll kind of ask Ulmor to come back with her over here, and she'll motion for Phelix to come over so she can cast guidance on you, Phelix, if you want to try to disable it.
I'm actually wondering if a silence spell would stop it or would help with that.
Give me an Arcana check.
12.
You pretty much know the silence spell would probably stop the noise for a moment, for as long as silence would last, but it wouldn't. It would need to be dispelled, and with what appears the magical nature of it, the magical nature probably of the quote unquote trap itself, it would not prevent it from going. The silence spell would not prevent it from going off.
Okay.
Try to been watching Ulmor. I try to give Phelix some inspiration, but I don't know that it works.
Are you trying to take a level of bard here eventually, or a level of barbarian? Because you always talk about how you want to give inspiration or how you want to rage.
I'll give
I
him
want both.
inspiration.
Someone in chat gave me a lot of XP.
Nice.
So
While he gets ready to go, I give Phelix bardic inspiration. I play my lute just a little bit and kind of try to.
Okay.
I play along with my harmonica, thinking I'm the one that's giving him the inspiration.
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
And then,
Shelren's given me.
She will give you guidance, for your dexterity check for your thieves' tools, and you of course can add your proficiency bonus to that.
My inspiration is more like, don't fuck up, Phelix.
D6.
It's gonna hurt.
Yep. No problem.
19.
You've kind of followed through the mathematical equations, the way that the wires are set up and stuff like that, and you find the source of the dissonant sound. You're able to delicately reach through, and using your thieves' tools, clip the wire safely, and you hear the contraption go silent.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
Definitely feels like a relief.
Now you can touch the
Hopefully
strings.
that
if you
didn't
want,
alert.
I think.
Hopefully that didn't alert anyone to our presence.
Hopefully.
I'm gonna start putting the canvas back the way we found it.
Sure.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we came from here, so we're
Job,
going.
Phelix.
Yeah, go ahead and give me another group stealth check.
Oops.
No worries. Nice, guys. Now, Sherwin's falling towards the back. But your group stealth is a really good group stealth check.
Stellar. Uh-oh. Got a fork. Don't see anything bad either way.
Hmm.
Looks
Yeah.
like there's something down that tunnel.
More flesh.
Which way?
There's a whole room full of broken furniture and stuff down here.
Ulmor, what'd you do?
It wasn't me. Not this time.
Coming into that room, looking about, you see furniture and other supplies are stacked haphazardly in this area. The pile includes a spiked divan, a table with a single central leg, and a clockwork machine with the gears fused together. A toppled work table at the back of the room is all but obscured by the clutter.
Let me go dig through the clutter. There's always treasure in these clutter piles.
Treasure, you say?
Gotta be. Look at all this stuff.
Oh. Be careful. That couch looks suspicious.
Hannibal, actually here. Do me a favor, I'm going to bring you back over here. As you're looking about with your passive perception, you note that beyond the workbench, there does
million
seem
gold.
to be a hole there.
Like a flesh wall? Like the pocket that the flumps were in? Or
But a hole
Just
that
a hole.
goes the hole that goes down, not out into somewhere, but there seems to be some sort of hole.
Phelix, we need your eye. Or we could just throw Phelix down. How big's the hole?
It looks like it's about 6 foot across, and you actually see that there's a rope tied to one of the work table legs that ascends down to the hole.
All right, I call the team down and tell them there's a hole, there's a rope. Sounds definitely like a trap. We should go.
Oh. There. Okay. Well,
Crap, I forgot how to move
go
immovable
in the
rod.
hole or check it out.
Hey, Game Master Eric, welcome in. Yes, having a lot of fun. Thank you very much for the lurk. Very much appreciated.
All right. So,
I'm going to throw some random skittle of junk from off the floor through the hole.
Okay, give me a perception check. You hear a bit of movement from below,
We definitely need to go down here.
and you hear what appears to be maybe one or two voices whispering very, very quietly.
Why don't we send the eyeball? Can the eyeball can't climb down rope, right? Or can it float? How does the eye work?
It floats, so
It does give off light, though, right? 10 feet?
yep.
Like 10 and 10, or just 5 and 5?
dim light, 10-foot radius.
I don't even know if I put that on there. Let me see if we did. We did. Huh.
And it hovers, so.
Mm-hmm. Which means it's immune to prone too.
Okay.
That's pretty much immune to any physical attack, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You want to send it down the hole?
yeah, I'll send it down the hole.
All right. Give me a second here. I'm going to move it.
Oh no.
You see two figures turn to look at the light as it comes down the hole. One figure appears like this. Let me show you. A second.
Oh, cool. About how big is that?
Oh, well, hold on. This is what Phelix is seeing.
Oh, sorry.
This is just the instance, and you see the other does appear to be a human, dressed very similar to dressed in mage robes. They kind of turn to the light, and they cautiously. You see the one dressed in mage robes kind of move over there, and the reptilian-looking creature kind of steps over in this direction. You also see two rods on the wall behind the reptilian creature.
Okay.
Rods.
Give me a. You hear what it's thinking to, or do you have to activate it?
The mind can telepathically share with you what it sees and hears. No action required.
All right. It hears them say. You hear the humans say, "Be careful, though. Might seem as if these tainted far realm creatures might have discovered us. Be ready to fight." You hear the dragon reply, "I'm ready. Let us fight, Gossa. We must end here. We must end here."
All right. I will relay that there's a human and a dragon-looking creature with crystals around it.
And you also, as you're explaining that, you hear kind of a shout come from the hole. It says, "Show yourselves, you tainted aberrations of the far realm."
And
That's
they're
you,
afraid
Ulmor.
that we're aberrations that want to hurt them. So, there's also two rods in the wall, so we're gonna have to go down there.
Oh, rods. Okay.
Um,
No. And I heard the voice, and after what Felix said, you saw two rods on the wall.
Two rods
Okay.
on the wall.
Let's go.
If I come
Hold
to
on
the
a
edge-
second.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Let me see something. I was checking description. No extras unless.
Maybe we should just talk to them.
What I'm thinking.
Oh, it just also reveals what you can. You don't actually have your vision through it, right? It just through your manifest mind.
It's weird on how like the wording on it. It says it telepathically
Tells you what it sees.
The mind can telepathically share with you what it sees and hears.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess that depends on interpretation, whether it transmits it or whether it's like a
Because the
telepathic,
vision,
like a connection with something else where you can see through it. I mean, that's
because it has vision, and it gives off 10 feet of light. But when I show the vision of it, it shows you seeing the whole area. See what I'm saying?
All right. It's got 60 feet of dark vision. I want to dark vision with a range of 60 feet.
Oh, so it does have 60 feet of dark vision. It just also emits light, though. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so let me do some stuff here. All right, that will probably help us out a little bit. All right, that's why I can see the whole room. Okay, perfect.
So I've got spider climb.
There's a rope, as I mentioned. There's a rope right there.
Yeah. So if you guys want to climb, if we want to climb down, and I don't know how we get down there with like hands raised saying we're not, planning on attacking. We come in peace.
What if I just talk to them down the hole?
Is there anything left of the thing we just killed that we could throw down and prove to them?
You'd have to go back for it. The beholder,
Worth
you mean?
Throwing down yeah. Would it be worth throwing down beholder pieces to let them know that that's not who we are?
The manifest mind starts telepathically talking to you, Felix, and says, "Here's the wizard is casting a spell."
Oh,
All right.
we'll just let our diplomat go talk for us. Our charismatic bard.
Who has the ring of the orator? But you don't probably want to act right here.
He doesn't know that.
You want to climb down the hole, Ulmor?
Yes. First, I'll yell down the hole. Don't shoot! I'm coming down. I mean you no harm. I'm an orc from a half orc from the material plane, the regular world. I'm coming down to share some brandy.
Okay.
Go over the hole.
You're down. You're down there now.
Yep.
Give me a persuasion check, please.
Okay.
Take my
I'd like to use
inspiration.
my bardic inspiration.
Oh.
I mean, sorry, my
Heroic inspiration.
heroic inspiration, not bardic. Okay. Yes, I would.
Okay, go ahead and re-roll.
Not performance, persuasion. There we go.
19. All right, heroically inspired. Climbing down into the hole itself. You see this vaulted chamber is coated with thick mucus and smells of rancid grease. The only exit is the hole in the ceiling. You see two metal rods jut from the wall to the southwest. And again, you see what appears to be some sort of dragon, but its scales and its crown seem to almost be with this purple color, very much like an amethyst color, purplish, gem-like crustate, like growths on its body. You see that the human is there as well, dressed in robes. As mentioned before, you do see the human does have their hands up, almost with the spell ready. And the dragon kind of raises its clawed arm and says, "Hold, Gosa. You're from the material plane. You're not from the far realm."
Nope. I'm from up above or down below, depends how you look at it. We went through the gates, and we're here. I mean you no harm.
Step closer so we might examine you.
Sure. And he just kind of holds his shield open and kind of swaggers his walk over there and showing his loincloth. Hey.
You see the dragon kind of drop down on all fours and kind of start sniffing around you.
Oh,
And,
hey, easy now.
looks to the human and says, "Does he exhibit Any corruption from the Thrall realm that you could see? I'd hate to know if you were. I'd hate to find out that you are allied with Ilvash. And you see the dragon, you continue to feel the dragon kind of its eyes on you, and it's sniffing you as it walks around. And the human responds, no, Lauren, I don't see any corruption or any marks. You see the dragon kind of walk back over by the mage and says, is there anyone else with you? The dragon says.
Well, yes, I've got three of my companions. We are traveling here looking for some missing persons from where we live. Have you seen any? Maybe humans, dwarves, being held captive by the, those guys.
We have not.
And he holds its tentacles down like out of his face like this. Those guys.
We have not. But I fear that there's an ad break coming up. So we must continue our conversation on the other side of the ad break. Yes, we do have an ad break coming up, everyone. So we'll continue the conversation with this mysterious dragon and mage that they've encountered here in the Briny Maze, just on the other side of that. So please go ahead and stretch your legs, use the restroom, grab some snacks, replenish your beverages, and we'll see you on the other side of the ad break. So please stick around. We'll be back in a few. All right, we're back on this side of the ad break. Ulmor has dropped down a hole in the briny maze to discover a rather large amethyst dragon with a human companion, a wizard, mage, in this company, and have been talking with him. Tell your companions to come down, the dragon says, snorting.
Well, okay. Just be in mind, we mean you no harm. So just be sure to hold off on any of those fire spells and claws you've got there.
Kind of tilts its head to the
By the
side,
way-
looking at you very oddly.
Would you like to have a bit of brandy? We happen to have some in my pack. And I yell up there, hey guys, I want you to come down. And I pull out some brandy and I kind of pop the cork on it and take a little swig.
Okay.
Kind of offer it to them.
The Shelrin nods to Hannibal and Phelix and kind of climbs down next. Up above Hannibal and Phelix, you hear Shelrin kind of, oh my.
What do you think?
I mean, he's already told them we're here, so we gotta go.
All right. Oh, the hole's not working. Let's go. Oh,
Ah. Sudden drop and a sudden stop.
Oh,
Hey,
indeed.
guys, welcome down.
And you see them kind of glance at you suspiciously as you come down, but they look back to Ulmor, and Ulmor, being chill. Perhaps maybe having a little bit of halfling leaf in your pocket or, something like that, some brandy. You see Ulmor does have a bottle of brandy in his hand.
Hannibal steps over. Yes, please.
First, before we begin discussions, the dragon says, who are you and why are you here in the briny maze? I sense no stench of Ilvash or the corruption of the far realm on you. Your friend has said that you are here seeking others. Has not fully explained himself. Who are you first? Your names.
Well, when he says Ilvash.
Other than Ulmor the orc, you've told us that.
Oh, well, yes. Okay, I'm Ulmor. Yes. Ilvash. I don't smell him on you either. Go ahead, Hannibal. Tell him who you are. Shelrin.
I love how Ulmor always is like, oh yes, well I know exactly what you're doing when he just really doesn't. But anyway, I got it. I love it. Shelrin does step forward as Ulmor mentions and says, yes, I am Shelrin Moonrise of Star Mounts, the Forgotten Realms, cleric of Solune and Lustri. And she bows deeply to the dragon. And you see the dragon kind of, chest pops out a little bit as it kind of sits back on its hind legs and kind of squats down there, its tail slowly moving back and forth behind it. And it looks over to Hannibal, who stepped up by Ulmor.
I'll step up and fluff up my chest hair. Hannibal Kane, monk studying in the sacred art of the way of the ascendant dragon, and I will bow to the dragon.
Give me a persuasion check at advantage, if you would, please, Hannibal.
Nice.
It might be because perhaps this is the first time you've actually seen a dragon, right? No, you fought the green.
The thing that split a round tree, yeah.
Yeah, you fought the one at the thunder tree. Yeah,
Thunder Tree Ruins.
Yeah, you fought the green one, but this is you can actually, because of the fact that you are away of the Ascended Monk, you note that this is an amethyst dragon. Go ahead and give me a history check at advantage as well.
Bum, bum, bum.
That amethyst dragons are typically neutral, maybe lawful neutral, stuff like that. They're definitely gem dragons, not the metallic or the chromatic dragons. They're a different sort of dragon. if you have, with that 16 history, if you have access to Fizbins, which I think I might have in the shared here in the room, if you want to go ahead and look up Amethyst Dragons, you can feel free to do so. And you see that the dragon, who has only named himself, well, actually, Ulmor's the only one that heard him say the wizard call him Low or Lowren so far. And you, Ulmor, you do know that the wizard, that the dragon had called the wizard, the mage Goss. I'm sorry, Phelix. You know that the dragon had called the mage Gosa. And then they kind of look back, and you see that the dragon is very, very, like, almost filled with pride, as you mentioned that you are an aspect of the dragon monk, and kind of looks at you expectantly, Hannibal.
Oh, fuck. I don't know if this is even a good idea or not. I am going to. Well, I can speak Draconic through Tongue of the Dragons, through the Draconic discipline. But I'm looking for.
Oops.
Can I use Step of the Wind right now, even though we're not in any type of initiative?
Give me 1 second. Sorry, my Roll20 is trying to guess what I'm searching for. It's kind of locked up at the moment. There we go. For what purpose?
I was gonna sprout my wings unfurled and just float up off the floor like 5-10 feet and just give it a deep, deep, deep bow.
But yeah, if you want to, that's fine.
All right, I'm gonna burn a key point. Step of the Wind. Actually, no. It says you can use a dash action, bonus action to take disengage and dash. So I'm gonna Step of the Wind just to dash a little. And while I'm using my Step of the Wind, I can unfurl spectral dragon wings. I'll float up, have a fly speed, and just give it the most respectful bow I can pull off.
Excellent. All right. You definitely see that it seems very pleased. Ulmor and Shae and Phelix, you can obviously see that it's very pleased with Hannibal, showing that type of respect towards him. And then the two pairs of eyes go to Phelix, standing back behind everyone.
Hi, I'm Phelix. I'm a wizard. Scribe wizard, Order of the Scribes. So, yeah, that was me looking down here before with the glowy.
My
thing.
apologies. The human starts to speak, and the dragon kind of snorts, gives the human a look, and the human kind of steps back a little bit. And it says, well met, adventurers. I hesitate to call you friends. I'm not sure what your intentions are, but Lorenzenal. We put his name here. Lorenzenal, sorry. Might even said that wrong there as well. Lorenzenal. There we go. Lorenzenal. And this is my companion and servant Golsa. And you can see that the human kind of rolls his eyes slightly. The dragon can't really see it, and kind of gives a slight bow. Again, your friend has stated it, but not plainly enough. What is your purpose here?
Well, it's multi-purpose. We are looking for people from Phandelver, where we are based out of, and we're trying to stop a Lithid incursion into the mortal plane. I think that's the basics of it.
I see. I will tell you that there are surprisingly few mind flayers here in the briny maze, although there are a number of other aberrant monsters. And you see the dragon and the human kind of relax a bit after your introductions and such. My apologies, friends. We did not really mean to be here. We hate the Far Realm. Of course, anything tainted by it. An errant spell scroll of plane shift deposited us to the two of us here in the Briny Maze. And we feel very lucky to have found this isolated place beneath this old storage room. Quite unpleasant as it may, but we've been trying to make occasional raids into other parts of the Briny Maze for days. But we've been careful to remain hidden. The only people that know of our place here is that cultist musician and his creepy Jitterjaw's companion.
Oh, did they say they were looking? No.
They did indeed said that they were digging for a dragon.
Yeah, so... And we went to that side. We did the rods. That's this side, right? Or no?
Yeah, that was right over here. Where you saw the creature with all of the teeth.
Oh, that's right. I can see.
Yeah.
Basically, other side of that wall.
And so we went through that hole. So kind of, yeah. So maybe, obviously, we'll warn them that we saw many eyes guys digging a hole, probably somewhere close.
Thank you for the information. Might be something that, if we are to be friends, as he has mentioned earlier that he's not ready to call you friends yet, perhaps you might deal with those two. But we can share information with you if you have any questions. I can say that we did see 3 mind flayers come through here recently through the maze, along with many humanoid prisoners, somewhere between 5 and a dozen, I believe.
That must be them.
They traveled beyond the Briny Maze, however.
Chat.
How did they
You know
get
which
beyond?
way they went? Which gate?
You know of the rods and the gates?
Yes, actually, we're here to try to flip these here on this wall that, so we can open a gate.
Yeah, we believe it to be some sort of doorway. Gorsa was worried that it was some sort of alarm. We know that they created an electric circuit that activates something here in the Briny Maze.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's it. Yeah, I activated the ones last time to open the door and it shocked the shit out of me.
Yes, indeed.
Pardon
And you actually
my elf.
happen to... Sheldon kind of scoffs when you say pardon your Elvish. But you do note, with all your passive perceptions, I think everyone's got at least a passive perception of 17, or no, 8. Yeah, 17 is the lowest, right?
Yeah, I used to be the highest. Now I'm...
Yeah, and you happen to
Felix got me.
note that you do see a few scorch marks from lightning burns on Goss's hands. As the dragons seem to have had Gossa attempts to try to activate them. But the dragon, Lowborn, turns back to you, Hannibal, when you asked about what's beyond the maze. And he says, well, the Endless Void, I believe. Briny Maze is only half of Ilvash's domain here in the Far Realm. The other half is called the Endless Void, said to be a point beyond a lightless star. Neither of us knows what that means, but we hope to find out.
Points behind a lightless star. I think I had a dream like that one time. It was a lot of dwarves and some ale and some dwarven spirits. There was something like that. Yeah. So, what can we do to help you? We're actually just going to try to flip these switches and get out of here and go through that door. Thanks for the information.
I wouldn't
Which
be mindful.
door does this open?
We did not know. We weren't even sure that it opened anything. Because they had mentioned that the dragon thought it was some sort of doorway, and that the wizard thought it might be an alarm of some sort, but the shock was, as soon as he got the shock, he pulled his hands away and never activated them. When he's talking about moving on, the dragon does continue and says, well, I will note that there are 2 partially transformed adherents of Ilvash just north of the junk room above. They occasionally pile more junk in the room. And we were careful to not alert them to our presence here.
They're transformed, so they're almost squid heads.
I'm not sure. Mind flayers?
Yeah, sorry. Mind flayers, yes. Mind flayers.
I'm not sure that they're turning into mind flayers or illithid, but what they might transform into, I just know that the Fall Realm energies and such have tainted their beings, and whatever transformations are befalling them. I'm not sure of the end result. Prefer not to ever find out.
Oh, yeah, they're pretty nasty. I've seen some skulls that had the holes in the back of them where they, have feasted on the brains, I think. It's disgusting.
But you said that Shalfiel and his companion are planning on trying to dig to us, you say?
Yeah, and Ulmor walks over here beside Phelix, looks up the hole, and he walks off, and he says, "Oh, yeah." Looks up, he said, "They're going to dig a hole about right here. They're trying to get down to you, or down this way, I would
They're
think."
looking for you.
I wonder. Did you take any measure of them?
No. I just took some of their ale and stopper out of it, but that's it.
The dragon kind of looks from Ulmor to Hannibal and Felix. Do you think it would be wise whether we would sit here and wait for them to break through? Perhaps ambush them? Or should we just attack them while they work?
Well, not sure how close they are to getting here, but I wouldn't mind taking a break. We already took a small break, but
Felix, give me a investigation check. You're right there by the hole sill. You can tell the thickness.
Investigation.
Oh, yeah. You
22.
figure when we had seen the zealot digging, probably within the next day or so, they'll probably break through.
Take a day or so for them to break through. Assuming he keeps digging at this pace, but could happen.
Ulmor, you have shatter? Just shatter the ceiling and drop them in?
I do have shatter. I've been waiting to use it.
Hannibal steps back.
The dragon holds up one of his claws on his on his left hand and says, "Hold, friends."
Okay.
Very this is something we should think through.
Right. Intelligent minds should get together and work this out. Okay.
Indeed, says the dragon, and you see the dragon's eyes, as well as Ghost's eyes, linger over to Felix when Ulmor says, "Yes, the intelligent people should think this through."
I'll step back a little more.
So we don't know which doors these rods will open.
Yes.
Whether it's the northern set or the southern set.
They could open the ones that you came through, or they could open the ones that the pair that the doors that were locked right before the wire trap.
If they open the ones that we didn't come through, then we'd have to wait. Because unless we find the other or another set of rods that would reopen the other ones. And hopefully we can. So
Oh, that's right. We'll have to.
Do you describe the doors? Actually, Lowworm will ask, what are these doors you speak of? We've not made many excursions out of, made a few here and there, but we tried to avoid any notice of us being here other than Chisterjaws and Shalfie that we've encountered. Our diggers,
seen the
as they
Beholder?
point out. Beholder? The Beholder's
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Was
Well, not
here.
anymore.
We defeated the Beholder.
Oh, and you see Lowworn kind of look a bit more impressed. Perhaps you can
Yeah,
defeat
nice.
the Zealots, and perhaps maybe even the Digger and his friend Charles.
Well, what do you say, guys? We'll hang out. I'll be through pretty soon.
Of course, friends. I mean, if you wish, and you know he's calling you friends now as well. Your information has been very important, very useful. I must say that your predicament does sound intriguing. Perhaps, if you wish, of course, you can stay here and rest whenever you'd like. While you're here in the briny maze. Of course, if you wish for me to come and lead your party through the rest of the maze, I would gladly do so, Dragon says.
Well, I like both ideas, except you have to talk to our fearless leader.
And you see the mage and the dragon look to one another. And they look at Phelix, they look at Shae, and they look at Ulmor, then look to Hannibal, then look back to Shae, and then look back to Ulmor, then look back to Phelix, then look back to Hannibal. You have a leader amongst your group.
Yes.
I was just mentioning that you did not seem to have a leader, perhaps, and that I might fit that role. The dragon
Well,
says.
we only defer to the leader because she keeps saving our ass and healing us. We're talking about Shelrin over here. She's
As you look back to Sharon, you see her her eyes go wide, looking like almost in horror, looking at you, Ulmor. And you see her shake her head, and she glances with terror in her eyes over to Phelix.
But really, the brains of the operation is Hannibal, because he actually takes charge and makes a lot of decisions. And I'm just usually along for the ride. I just kind of open doors and smash stuff. But, I do try to do my part.
So you're saying that the elf woman is your leader, but the de facto leader is the impetuous dwarf.
But then we have Phelix. Now, Phelix, he comes up with some really good ideas. And often, if it wasn't for Phelix, I believe that I would probably not be around very long because his magic is quite powerful. So, yeah, we probably could use a leader.
I see. Well, I would say that if we want to wait here for them to break through, that would be fine. I myself believe that it might be a better situation for us to either ambush them now and attack them. Speaking of Shalfie and Jitterjaws, or perhaps continue on. Of course, I will. Apologies, Golsa, will aid you as long as you agreed to remain careful and quiet and to follow my authority, the dragon says.
Okay. I agree. It sounds reasonable. I didn't really want to stay down in this little hole. I'm all for flipping the switches and then moving on. I saw the teeth on that thing, and I don't really like them. It grosses me out. I'm not afraid of it. I just don't like it. So, but if we meet it, we can kill it.
I mean, we got to flip these switches, figure out where we're going anyway, right? So, or where they go, or where they open.
I vote Hannibal flips the switches, and then we move on our way.
Oh, you can give me an insight check, Hannibal. Do it with advantage. He's not afraid. You just know that amethyst dragons are overtly cautious.
Oh, no, I was saying Ulmor sounds afraid.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dragon.
Ulmor keeps saying, I'm not afraid.
The dragon does not seem afraid at all. It's just very, amethyst dragons are overtly cautious. And with their lifespans of dragons, they don't think of time as the same as mortal creatures. I mean, dragons technically are mortal, but you know what I mean?
Right.
And from this, you can tell that, with your history check from earlier, you could tell that the Warnizel is probably a young amethyst dragon. Hasn't even reached adulthood yet.
Okay.
Did I hear him say, I think he's afraid? Did Ulmor
No,
hear?
no. Oh, you did say that, Hannibal?
He whispered.
Oh, okay.
I whisper it to the dragon.
Oh,
okay.
Gotcha. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Ulmor.
Okay.
You definitely hear Hannibal whisper that to the dragon.
Good time to roll high, bud.
Look, I am. I walk over and I flip both switches up. Bam. And then I walk over and say, come on.
Hold tight.
I think you'd be a great leader.
Hold tight.
And
First of
now
all,
what do we do?
because remember, you got to remember, one of Ulmer's flaws is that he doesn't like it when people say that he's a coward about anything.
Oh, I know this.
So
That's like I'm going to throw the pebble in the lake and get attacked.
That's true, right? The pebble, yeah, the lake. Ulmer, go ahead and give me a con save first.
Okay. Oh, no.
Oh, the hell I am! Any heroic inspiration there at all from anyone?
If I have mine, he gets it.
Okay.
Yep, I still have it. Yep.
Okay. Fuck.
All right, so Ulmer, you take 24 lightning damage.
Okay.
And Ulmer turns back around. His little lock, and the braid behind his head from his character token, kind of frazzled out and stuff, and turns around and then you say, "All right, you're the leader. Let's go." Is that what you say?
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yep.
Get him up. So these two are coming with us to go ambush the...
Well, they say
Shae.
that they will aid you, but the dragon does mention that the two zealots are most likely the most urgent of the dangers that you face. Basically saying that the zealots are in the area beyond this tunnel.
Ew.
All right. So maybe we should take them first.
Why not?
Yes, and indeed, it's a very interesting quandary we find ourselves in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how long the doors will stay open? If indeed these doors and these rods do activate and open these doors.
No.
You didn't have a vision?
Shut, and it won't open back up again because I pushed it shut.
I see.
Kind of regretted that, but it's shut.
You see, The dragon kind of, with its long neck and such like that, kind of looks around to the human mage, to Gosa, looks back to your group, says, "Well, can't have our warrior, one of our warriors," glancing over and kind of nods to Hannibal, "walking into battle, being so healed. Perhaps we might have to rest before we continue on, and or perhaps maybe your healer might be able to heal you a bit before we continue."
Oh, sounds good to me.
And it kind of sniffs at you, Ulmor, says, "Oh, must have missed it before, but I've not smelled any taint from Ilvash." You notice this dragon likes to say the word taint a lot.
Yeah.
But he says,
Don't like it.
"I do smell the stench of undead about you. Perhaps it might be best.
Nothing.
It might be best if you rest here, recover yourself, and then perhaps in the morn we can deal with the zealots and the one zealot's companion. What say you,
Sounds
Gosa?"
good.
The dragon looks over to the human. The mage says, Yes, Lowarnizel, whatever you think is best." And you can tell as the dragon turns back, with all your passive perceptions, Gosa kind of rolls his eyes again.
All right. Well, I'm going to sleep with one eye open looking at that ceiling there in case that thing digs its way through. But
Gotcha.
sounds good to me.
I love it.
Ulmor starts to set up camp.
All right.
Gets his bedroll out. Gets his pipe out and his pipe weed. His brandy. A snack.
And they are, like I said, welcoming to allow you to stay. Again, the Wardenzel is going to go ahead, and Gosa is going to go ahead and accompany you. But again, Wardenzel did say, just make sure that you're cautious and quiet, you're patient, and follow his authority, as he says.
Respect his authority.
Respect his authority, as he is a young amethyst dragon. Yes, indeed. So go ahead and take the benefits of a long rest.
Ooh. Yes.
Way of the dragging. Exactly, Sard. Exactly. A dragging dragon. But go ahead and take the benefits of a long rest. We're going to go ahead and finish our session here tonight. As if we continue on, it's going to perhaps maybe get into some more long, drawn-out battles. So we'll go ahead and wait for some of that next week. I'm looking, as it stands right now, it's going to be up to you as well, too. Just 1 second. Go ahead, Hannibal, what were you going to say?
I was just going to remind Ulmor, 115 hit points back.
Yes.
That nasty thing went away.
Yes. So go ahead and take the benefits of long rest, and then we will pick up heading to. So what I understand, perhaps if you want to change this next week, we can talk about that beforehand, because of course, Lawarn Zanel is going to probably want to think a little bit harder about the discussion about whether to attack the zealots first or whether to attack Shalfi and his friends Jitterjaws. So we'll just leave that until next week. Does that sound cool? Decide where you want to go next after that.
Yeah.
So go ahead and take the benefits of a long rest. Ulmor able to get your hit points back from the attack from the wraiths in the last session. All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Anyone have anything to add before we head out for the evening? We're going to go ahead and raid over to another channel as well. So please stick around for that. Have a wonderful MLK Day tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, for some adventures in Middle-earth. And as it stands right now, it does look like the streams are going to be normal for this week as well, unless anything comes up. My wife does have some PT in the morning, physical therapy for her knee. We're going to find out if she needs to go for an MRI or anything like that. So there might be a little bit of change in the schedule. We'll post that in our Discord channel. But thanks everyone for watching tonight. Again, like I said, we'll be back next week for another episode tomorrow morning for Adventures in Middle-earth at 11 a.m. Eastern. Thanks, of course, to all of our supporters, especially our patrons from Patreon. If you'd like to help support the channel, please consider becoming a patron or subbing here on Twitch. Twitch.tv/themasterofdungeons. We do very much appreciate those Prime subs. Again, thank you, Burn Secure, for your resub as well. The link to our Patreon page as well as our YouTube channel can be found in the About Us section below. Also, you can find all our other social media accounts as well. Check those out. If you would subscribe to us on YouTube, it is free to do. You can catch up on all the past D&D campaigns there. If you would like and comment on the videos, share them with your family and friends. TSIX Gaming with a gifted sub from Design Lizard. Thank you so much for that as well. Like I said, share the videos with your family and friends. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're probably going to be leaving Twitter. I don't know if it's going to go the way of TikTok. I guess TikTok's back up right now. Briefly, it went down last night, but it's back up. We're not going to be posting anything on TikTok. We're just going to kind of avoid that dumpster fire. But yeah, every sub, like, and share helps us immensely. If you could give us some follows on there. You can also support us by clicking on the About Us section below or the link here in chat. Join the Master of Dungeons community Discord server where you can help shape an accepting, caring, and inclusive gaming community. The merch store is also open. Anything you purchase from the merch store will directly help support the channel. Anything to add before we head out, gentlemen?
No, just thanks for watching.
All right. Yes, thank you all for watching. Be careful. Be safe. We love all of you. And until we talk again, happy adventuring. Take care.